All right, the dialogue continues. It is a totally terrific Tuesday today, and it's a totally terrific Teisha day because Teisha Powell joins us right now. She's a nationally acclaimed attorney. She's also the author of the book, Trump Must Win, and she's with us every week. She's one of the best attorneys around. And Teisha, I don't know if you heard my opening today, but we keep hearing about Black Lives Matter. Which I agree with, and all lives matter, but it sure doesn't seem like the group that is perpetrating this Marxist manifesto on us under the Black Lives Matter tag, doesn't seem like they care about all black lives. We've had black police officers shot trying to stop riots. We don't hear anything from the BLM mob. Now, just this weekend, a 22-month-old little boy in New York was shot to death. And as they defund police, crime is skyrocketing. What do you say about this?
I think that Mayor de Blasio needs to rethink about defunking the police in New York City, and other governors and mayors should think about this, because the crime is going up. Evil is not going to go away because we defunk the police. I mean, you think that evil people are like sitting back and saying, oh, well, we're just not going to commit crimes now that the police are not there. They're like, oh, great. Now it's a time to commit all the crimes because the police is not there. So I think that the mayor needs to just like use common sense on this approach, and we do not defunk the police.
All right. I just want to ask you one thing. You know, we look at the lighter side of things here on Liquid Lunch every so often. We have a few laughs. Are you saying defunk or defund?
Defund and defunct. Yes, I'm making fun.
I thought you said defunk. I thought we were going into. We got the funk.
I think that we should make that word up because that's
funk.
what it is.
No.
Yeah.
You're putting the two of them together, the debunk and the defund. I got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like it's the same now.
What about all these shootings in New York? I mean, is this going to start to be perpetrated on the whole country, or just blue cities with liberal mayors?
It's a disgrace, first of all, that we've lost 17 people. 17 people are shot in New York on Monday. It's a disgrace. I can't believe, I'm praying for that city. I can't believe that New York is going backwards into crime and not going away from crime. And the mayor is just looking at it and thinking that 17 people shot on Monday is okay. It's just an everyday life. I mean, are we that liberal now that we're okay with deaths? I mean, that just shows you when the devil takes control of the Democratic Party, what really is happening. We have more and more evil coming out of the Democratic Party.
So you think at this point the devil has taken over the Democratic Party?
Yes, I think Satan is in control of the Democratic Party.
Satan is in control.
I go to church on Sundays.
Well, recently you had one of the leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement was saying, all right, we're taking down the Washington statues, we're taking down the Jefferson statues, we're taking down the Columbus statues, but now we got to start taking down the Jesus statues. And they're starting to deface him, Mother Mary and Jesus around the country. Is this, you think Satan's taking over the Democratic Party? Could this be, the ultimate, war between good and evil, God versus Satan?
That's what we've always been saying, that the mark of the beast is going to come through government. So when you see that there's power on earth, it's possible that the devil has given people power to take Jesus out of all our lives. Now they want to go after the statue of Jesus. I mean, for crying out loud, we all need God in this country. We need God more than ever now.
No, well, listen, I always say, we only got really three things, faith, family, and food. Those are my three F's. And as long as I got them, I'm in good shape. But, one of the things that the whole BLM movement is based on is the, Karl Marx manifesto. And one of the key tenets in there is that they want to remove the patriarch, the father figure, from the home, and they want to break down the nuclear family. That's the way they feel like, it should all be one big village and there should be no leaders. It should just all be one, mediocre, gray bunch of people who rely on government for everything. And it sure sounds like to me that, taking away people's religion is a big part of their identity.
And this is why I want to remind Christians that we need to come out in drove and vote for President Trump, because families are important to God. You know, if you read the Bible, God is all about family. You know, God does not like when families are being destroyed. So the
So
most we can do is keep families together. And small government, the Republican Party, President Trump, that's what they're doing. They're keeping the families together. They're keeping nuclear families together. That's part of God's plan and God's will.
I want you to weigh in on this for me. I was just reading the paper this morning, and you know, I usually try to get my juices flowing in the morning so I can go crazy. But when you're here, I could take my foot off the gas pedal a little because you go crazy for the both of, enough for the both of us. But Planned Parenthood and the Trump administration won a big case last week at the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court voted 7-2 that religious organizations would not have to provide paid-for contraception to people. I don't know if you heard about this case, but
yes,
you know.
I did.
Okay, so
God.
listen to this, okay? So, you know, Planned Parenthood is funded by the U.S. government. One of the biggest subsidies they get is from the U.S. government. There's always a fight about that. Planned Parenthood is now planning to take the money that they get from us, the taxpayers, to provide the most baby killing in the whole country as an organization. And they're planning to use the money for a blitz to spend $45 million on TV commercials for Joe Biden. How could that be legal? They're taking government subsidies, government grants, and then they're taking that money and they're buying TV commercials to support Joe Biden. It sounds like robbery to me.
That and that it's illegal, and it shows you the power of the devil again, because you know that's all Planned Parenthood is. It's a demonic force. It kills babies. It actually kills black babies. You know, if Black Lives Matter, then black babies' life matters too. So we don't need Joe Biden and we don't need Planned Parenthood, because black baby lives matter. And that's what we should do, is shut down Planned Parenthood, because black baby lives matter. So that's one of the things that all Black Lives Matter should target, is Planned Parenthood, where they're taking out the black babies, because that's the power of the devil. They're killing the black babies and they're promoting it with Joe Biden. So I want to remind people that black babies are dying by the numbers in America under Planned Parenthood and under the Democratic Party.
So I saw a meme out there that said that the biggest killer of African American babies in the country is Planned Parenthood. And it's pretty strange that the government subsidizes it. On top of that, they're subsidizing it and they're turning it around and using the money to lobby against the President of the United States. Last thing I want to ask you, I just saw this morning. One of my viewers, you know, we have a great audience and they love when you're on, believe me when I tell you. But one of our viewers sent me a thing that she got from her salon where she goes to in Atlantic County, New Jersey. And it said, you know, due to the COVID tracking, I don't know if you know about this, but everybody, when you update, the thing keeps telling you to update your phone on your iPhone. If you do the new update, then there's going to be a COVID tracker app in your phone that the government is putting on everyone's phones, okay? And the note from the salon was, hey, yes, we were open for a little bit, but our government tracking app tells us that someone that tested COVID positive was in this salon, so it's closed until further notice, and when it's up to code and cleaned and everything else. So now there's like this hodgepodge across the country of when things are open. Now they're going to start shutting them down again. How much more could people take of their civil liberties getting taken from them?
What's scary about that story, John, is the fact that they're tracking us.
That's right.
You know, if you read the Bible, the mark of the beast, they're going to try to track us. So that's the scary part of the story, is that we don't want government to be tracking us, you know, because eventually that's what the Bible says, that the government is going to have the power to track us all the time, and they're going to put something in our hands or in our, which is the, you know, the mark of the beast. So I think as Christians, we should be careful of, you know, having government track us. You know,
No
you
doubt.
don't want government to track us. And
No.
that's why a lot of people are upset with the Bill Gates issue of Bill Gates trying to give us chip. We don't want to chip Bill Gates. We don't want you tracking us. We read enough in the Bible to know that it's a trick.
You got that right. Well, look, we want to track you down and get you in studio one of these days because we miss you in person, but you're always great, even on Zoom. You're the bomb. Thank you so much for being with us today, and hopefully we will see you soon.
See you next week. Thanks, John.
See you next week. That's Teisha Powell, nationally acclaimed attorney and author of the book Trump Must Win or the Dark Days Ahead for America. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with a double duty today from my dear friend. Carla Marino is going to join us again. She's been on the show many times. She is a great woman entrepreneur as well as a great philanthropist, and we're going to break down how many times her suits have been in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue and how many dogs she has rescued and brought to new loving families. Quick break, more